to Mystic Moons. Is everybody ready? We're going into a session. Let's take a few breaks, of course. But right now, nationwide, we're having the election, last minute jitters and twitters. Everybody is, even if you didn't do anything, you're still wondering. We still have an event coming. An event that's going to be drawn on so long, we're going to go, oh, pray, be over, be over. However, this is like they got the firecrackers all laid out. They have the firecrackers all laid out. So welcome. Welcome to Mystic Moons. And we're going to go through this trauma, this political trauma together. So let's buckle up, grab your snacks, your drinks, and let's shoot off. Let's shoot off to the cosmos because it could get kind of kinky down on our blue planet. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody. You could say who knows. Nobody knows, but something is being planned. You don't have 51 million people come into your country. Just come on over. Yeah, sure, man. Come on. Yeah. Free food, free eats, free room and board, free everything to a point, right? To a point. And they're not even seeing if your eyes are crossed. You got 2 eyes, 4 eyes, 8 eyes. They're not even checking if you got a beating heart. You could be some kind of highly technical Gundam. Who knows? Who knows? Clone, zombie, whatever you want to call them. You don't know. You could be mechanical man and woman. You still can come over. It's free for all. At least you won't, if you're a mechanical man or woman, at least you won't eat too much. And maybe you don't need to sleep in a bed, in a hotel, in a subsidized apartment. Maybe. And maybe it's none of the above. And then so what? The process is in motion. In motion, the process is. Did you vote? Did you vote all day long? Tomorrow too. And I say, wait a second. What is what? Is what? I mean, other than calling each other names, other than than just standing, staring, and looking stupefied. There's been a lot of stories going around. And do you trust anybody? Do you trust? I mean, yeah, you can hear a lot of cheerleaders. They're getting paid $5 million a month to tell you to go out and be prepared and stock up. Beware. Beware of what? Another installation, not art installation. I mean, installment, another slot that's filled up. The point is, you're going to see, like in the popular vote, who grabs the hearts of the people, of the masses, of the throngs and throngs and throngs of screaming, yelling, cheering, cursing people. Who grabs the hearts? Does Kamala or does Donald? Who rocks your boat? Who rocks your boat? Even if it's like a rocky storm, it's still rocking, right? It's some action. If somebody just gives you blah, blah, just gives you nothing but like regurgitation. Is that what is going to rock your boat? And you go, same old same. I like it. But will they let you, the gatekeeper, they want to make a scene out of this, a scene. I mean, okay, let's get back again. Let's backtrack. The stage is set. We have 51 newcomers that came into this country in the last couple of years. More people have come in than there are actual jobs. Working slots for people to take care of their own needs. Isn't that supposed to be a job? Not just something that occupies your time, but you can actually feed and clothe and shelter you and yours. Now, in this country, we have a big problem with that basic requirement of human existence, right? We have a problem. And the devil is in the details. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I have a great plan. Yeah, right. You are there in your mansion and eating and sleeping, and there's other people in their cardboard boxes that are not doing much of anything. But you know what? They're not happy. You may be happy and quick to smile, but look around you. Are others happy? And do they have a kind of weird smirk on their faces? Are they here for a mission? Are they here for chaos? Where one side is going to be celebrating. True. Now, one side will be celebrating negatively. One side will be celebrating positively. Who do you think is going to get it? Any comments? Oh, look at these comments. Well, who do you think is? I mean, are you pins and needles? And if you aren't pins and needles, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? Let me know. Or something. Are you having electricity? You don't know. Let's see. You don't know what's going down. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Evangeline. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Good day, good day. You lived again, and you will live again. Another year is past, and another year is coming. Beautiful, beautiful. You doing anything special today? Ah, Charles Remy, how are you? How are you doing? Are you ready to rock on whatever flows your way? The most important thing is to realize that some people are really, 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 well, okay. Okay, everybody's, let's say the voting thing is happening, right? We know it's happening. Now, even though we do know that all the US military, which is, I'm sure, is more than several thousand, at least I hope so. Well, we know that we can say maybe 2 million people or so, something like that, are in the military. Well, do you know, friends, that those ballots did not go off? So there's potential that they are not going to be counted because they haven't been sent off. They don't have the official stamp. Isn't that cute? And we also know that some of the voting machines are doing like their usual, broken toaster routine. I can only go dark. No, I want light. No, dark. No. I mean, and we also know this beautiful system of artificial intelligence has been programmed by people who sit in front of a monitor for 25 hours at a stretch, sleeping a couple, watching some anime, and getting back 24 hours in a stretch. Now they programmed this system, right? And we're involved in that too. So I mean, I'm not sticking it where it doesn't need to be stuck. Okay. Now, do you see? You see the wave, right? You see the wave. And they're all everybody's into saving cash. Sale, and saving cash. Meaning if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. So some people are out there, some systems are out there using like Internet Explorer number 8 or something like that. I mean, hackable, stackable, and forgettable. And it's full of kinks, bugs. So it's all these things, nothing since the last contested 4 years ago fiascos. Nothing has changed except the need to make a scene. Even the White House, they put a second tier of black fences around their mansions, their iconic dome mansion. Now, excuse me. They got the military out there. They probably got tanks. They got machine guns, etc., etc. But why do they have to go through the optics, which means like theater, of making a second fence? What the hell do they expect? Dinosaurs, monkeys, orangutans, bugs, swarms, drones? I mean, what? They expect everybody to go ballistically crazy. And the thing to understand or to wonder is, are they going to amp the frequencies that make us kind of scattered? I mean, if there's a loud noise, I mean, if you put something right now, all music is on a certain, wave. And if you put something over to, like, let's say 600, megahertz or gigahertz, I forget the exact word, but you can't, but it can make your head spin. There's lots of things like that. And that's the thing about the universe, which is so exciting and so marvelous and so frightening at the same time. There's lots of different colors. There's lots of different sensations, frequencies that we in our box that needs to be explored more, explore. That, it goes around some of us. Some of us are smell it, feel it, sense it. Some of us even have those openings. Because one thing that I found out about humanity, that, okay, so they say, here is the structure of the human body, blah, 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 blah. And then there's the mutants. I mean, X-Men, that's true. However, there's mutants of the mutants, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. So the possibilities are 10,000 plus of what is actually inside each and every one of us. Actually, it's unknown. Even too, when a doctor examines you, he doesn't really know unless he cuts you up and looks inside. And that is Joy, have a wonderful frequency day. Thank you. I think maybe we have to change our language, right? How's your frequency today? Well, my frequency is rocking, 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 rocking. It's always rocking. I'm trying to figure out some very abstract things, very abstract things. There's nothing, I'm trying to be unique to a degree, but same time, I want to hit home. I don't mean what I'm doing right now. No, no, no. I have something else I'm planning. I'll share. As soon as I figure it out, all the details. I'm making something big. I am a creative person, and I do things time to time. And I have been working on something for a long time. Not just one little thing, no, big thing. And I will share at the time. However, I'm saying to get to that level of abstractness, you have to go up and up and up and up and up. And so, thank you very much for saying have a good frequency day. I really love it. Really love it. How are you today? You're good. You're good. Well, they do now. Oh, whoa, of course. I mean, what does the guilty person do first, or somebody in the wrong when they're accusing you? Did you ever notice somebody that's lying? They're telling lies, stories, falsehoods, whatever you want to call it. Their voice goes up, like somebody, like it was a guy. You would say that somebody was crunching his balls or something like that. I mean, something. Oh yeah, I know. They go all the way up high. It's funny. It's funny. It's really, really, really funny that when somebody knows they're wrong, how they get. But anyway, that's another matter. That's none of our business. Our business right now is to see what chaos, who is going to be named, who can get through all the vote counting, the paper counting, the data collection. Who can get through it? And then tomorrow night. So this is just like we should be sipping our tea and just well, that's cool. Hey, happy birthday. 2 months. Are you still there, birthday girl? Yes. Yeah. Well, birthdays are fabulous. I mean, to live, life is a dream, life is a gift, and both are honored, and both are wishful. Wishful. But then again, it's more than wishful. I mean, a birthday wish is a happiness, happiness, a happiness message. I'm glad that you have lived. I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you can celebrate your birthday peacefully. And I wish all the best, all the best, all the best. Is birthday girl a Scorpio? Is this is Scorpio, isn't it? Yeah, she must be Scorpio. Yeah. Capricorn isn't yet. Not yet. Yeah, Scorpio. Well, some people in the East, some people in the East, like in West Asia, they think a birthday is a sadness because it's another day closer to your demise. However, eh, I think in the West, we like it. We like it. We like it. I mean, customs are like whatever you want to do. If you want to celebrate your birthday and have fun on it, just don't be sad. I mean, be happy. Be happy you're alive and you're healthy and you're thinking and you're like, you just the air, even though the air is all polluted, blah blah blah, you still can see the blue cerulean skies and trying to like overlook the tic tac toe marks in the sky. But you're here for a purpose. This is the right time, and you're here, and we're here, and this is our time, and let's make the most of it, right? Let's make the most of it. That's why when people getting paid like tons of cash, just saying that we're going to go into civil war in the United States. We're going to go into civil war if we don't get Kamala Harris in. We're going to go into civil war if we don't get Trump in. And then they know that if both sides fall flat, you know, then they're going to go, oh shit, we didn't get it. So, but we do know they have something planned. Oh, really? Uh, you know, I think, I'm really giving this a lot of thought about like, forget about birthdays for a second, but aging or closer to death. You know what? Do you realize, including myself in this, that we're probably filled with parasites? Parasites. I mean, we have a colony of probably tapeworms, all types of ugly things inside of us that we've had from like touching pets or touching air things, leaves, parasites. We're filled with parasites. That's probably, and they eat what we eat. They eat what we eat. So maybe if we got rid of our parasites, we probably could get a whole bunch more. We could probably all look young and fantastic. That's probably the secret of your aunt's because she doesn't have that many parasites. I mean, I really think the whole thing of sickness and illness and just and crankiness is all due to parasitic creatures that are in your system, eating, and moving around, and just making you restless. Like maybe when you have a stomach ache, you don't really have a stomach ache. It's those damn worms who are moving around and saying, food, food, food. Well, I mean, there's people that have had worms in their stomachs. I mean, turmeric or tomorrow, what do you say? Turmeric, however you pronounce it. It's good for getting rid of worms and detoxing. But I mean, you have to, I think we all should have messages detox, get rid of the parasites out of your body and see the effect it has on your body and mind. I think that's the best advice or the best health thing that could be said to anyone. Yeah, me too. I don't eat much. I only eat beans and nuts and fruit. And I eat some vegetables from time to time, but I don't I eat like a lot of legumes, beans, peas, nuts. I eat a lot of almonds. and beans and peas and coconuts, stuff like that. I don't really eat that much either. I'm not crazy. I'm not like super crazy about like I gotta eat, and I don't like to eat out either because I'm kind of fussy, and I don't. I just I I I don't think one should eat that much. You would even think too the way that a few years ago everything was like, be happy, body positive, being as fat as possible, overweight was like, eat, 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 eat. And then all of a sudden they start sticking this Ozempic on everybody and telling you complete reverse, complete reverse. And of course, all the food factories and being recalled and sources that contaminate, stuff is going on, stuff is going on. But they don't want you to be fat right now. They don't want you to be overweight. They want you to be thin, thin. And of course, what does Gates say? Bill Gates is there. Oh, you should eat mealworms. You just take a whole bunch of squishy, squishy little worms, you put them in a blender, and there's your milkshake. Put a little sweetener in it, a little fruit, and there you save the planet. The necessity or something. The unnecessary charge of having a cow to produce milk or to have an almond tree which wouldn't produce enough almonds for you, not for them but for you. So I mean that's the kind of society that is really being pushed. I mean the people are supposed to live in like 100-foot small houses, tiny houses, and have it in the refrigerator or their block of ice, have a whole bunch of, no, not even a block of ice, have a container full of worms, put them in a blender, swish them up, yum. Doesn't look good, does it? That's not the way I mean, it's like you can eat insects, you can eat bugs. It's just somebody's fantasy that doesn't sound human, does it? It sounds more like some kind of like lizard people or something creepy. Something creepy. No, I know. And then again, like too, if you don't really, I mean, let's say you're getting paid. Let's say you're in a restaurant, right? And you're getting paid $15 an hour to chop off one dead body bird after another. I mean, what do you care? I mean, you just get so like it's cold, your hands are freezing, you keep a jacket on, your lungs are probably burning from like the cold, being in the freezer, going back and forth and back and forth. And then you see people looking at you like, their tongue is out there hungry, like panting dogs. I gotta eat, I gotta eat, I mean, you get I would imagine you would get kind of an attitude. Like somebody would say, I don't like your attitude. Well, how can you not have an attitude? And you know that $19, $15, $20, the state takes a third of it. So I mean, what do you get? Like $12, and then at the end of the week, I mean, what can you get? And then you go out. I mean, what can you get? I spent a year in human dissection in college, and well, chicken. A lot of things look like chicken. People, if you have a certain kind of melanin in your system, if you have light skin color, you have chicken underneath that flabby, no, not flabby, that yellow fat tissue. And if you have darker skin color, you look like roast beef. You look like roast beef. And you know what the kinky part is, the real kinky part? I mean, of course, you can go from a lab of this human dissection, and then you can go into a deli, and there's no difference, believe me. I mean, it just can make you want to retch. There's no difference. None. None. It looks the same. And in fact, with the emphasis being on the backside, the buttocks, I mean, twerking. I mean, when you turn over a dissecting corpse, to the backside, I mean, it's all like roast beef. It's just like what you would see in a cow, anything. We all, in other words, all the mammals look alike. Look alike. I know that was the final straw for me. That was the final straw. I was I was already a vegetarian, but after went through that, I went to, I had finished class, and then I was going to a deli to go get a sandwich, like a roast beef and cheese sandwich, right? Something like that. And then something like that, chicken, something. And then I was like, uh-oh, no way, no way. I mean, I said, I can't do this. I cannot do this. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. I mean, of course, gross anatomy. They call it human dissection now, but it was before. Maybe they still call it gross anatomy. Gross anatomy is damn gross. It's the grossest thing ever. But you know what? You get rid of all your like hang-ups after you go through, a whole bunch of psychotic episodes of seeing all heads being on tables and severed. I mean, you get through it. I mean, I remember like I was animating some pieces of heads, also half the heads, quarter heads, sliced down, the skull removed, of course. No, the skull wasn't removed. It was still there. They were just like pickled, enough that it wasn't going to fall apart on you. Anyway, I was there with my sketch pad, and I was animating a person, a former person, and I had a quarter of the person's head in my hands, and I had no. I mean, I'm just thinking, how should I elongate this muscles and make this person, what color eyes should I give this person? Because there's no eyes in the socket. Things like that. And then a group of newcomers, new students came in. And they were like looking at me when I'm sitting here with I'm on a metal table, and there must be about looking like almost like a gurney type thing, and there was like maybe about 60 pieces of different people all around my elbows, and I'm just there like matter of fact, and not even really feeling it, not even feeling the fact that I was around former humans, not even feeling. That's what happens to people. But I mean, I appreciate the fact that they gave their bodies to science. That was appreciated. However, I'm just saying, how do I get in this tangent? But I'm just saying that you just get you oh, the creepiness of the whole thing. Well, really, also, sometimes the bodies were not completely abandoned. There was one person, one former person, who like followed me one time. I I literally had to go back to the lab and do an exorcism to put the spirit at rest. And people, of course, looked at me strange when I could, like, I remember walking in Manhattan, crossing the road, like around Union Square, and I felt this like huge, dark boomerang type shape. And then it was like, it was all over me. And then I would try to eat in a restaurant, but I had to go and I went back with some artifacts and put the person to rest. And it worked. And it worked. It worked. So sometimes all spirits, they don't know when to break away. But anyway, that is kind of my experience with those things. But yes, I mean, the more you see of life, the more it becomes more. The sanctity of life is important. It's important to give people a chance to do what they're here on earth to do. Oh yes, I mean, I was just the most indescribable or undescribable thing is the fact that the similarities between so many things, so many creatures. I mean, you look at a mouse. A mouse looks like a deer. It looks like a gopher. It looks like so many things. I mean, it looks like a kangaroo. They all have the same. I mean, we have so many similar things. And then, like you take the hands of a rodent, the little 5 digits. I mean, they look like the hands of a raccoon. The hands of our hands. There's so much similarities. But yet we go like, I am the master. And we are the caretakers, and we're doing a damn shitty job in some places of taking care of each other and others. However, we're here now to like see that we will not go into this so-called chaos, but some things are beyond our control because of the multitude and magnitude of the preparations being laid, right? The multitude and magnitude of the preparations that are already in motion. And this is theater. This elections, this spending all this money for TV ads, and one candidate driving a garbage truck, one person, another side is saying, insulting people who care for someone on the other side. It's like, hey, it's just getting you prepared to get angry and then to transfer that anger into a rage. That's all it is. But remember, at the end of the day, you're still going home to your place and they're going home to their place. And I'm sure there's a difference. There's a difference in appreciation. There's a difference in a lot of things. In a lot of things. Just the fact that you had the other day, J-Lo, speaking at a Kamala Harris convention, talking about decency. I can't get over it. You can search the internet. You can find it quite easy. She is talking about decency. I mean, what has she done to get her success? What has she done to get her fame? What have they all did to get their fame? That's a good question. And that's why they have P. Diddy locked up. Because P. Diddy's huffing and puffing. I guess that's why he calls himself Puff Daddy. He says, I have tapes on you, bitches, that will put you under my feet. I'm on top of you. That's why he's still alive. Otherwise, they would have the Untouchables. They would have taken a machine gun to him. He has his insurance, but what a risky thing to do. To be that far away from the creator's energy. And then what if we find out? Okay, check this out. What if we find out that everybody that we are told to, wow, you're so great, you're so rich, and you're so great. What if every single person in front of our face has a big old nasty skeleton that they don't want to be flapping in the breeze? And what if it comes out of the closet? All these stories, tapes, and it's not like so and so was benevolent, there's no nice things that they have hidden from us. Show business is a very cardinal thing. It's physical. It's like by your looks, and well, when you do cardinal things based on your looks, you trigger. It's a trigger. If you are a trigger, right? If you didn't trigger anybody, you wouldn't be in show business. And it doesn't particularly mean you have to be the most beautiful or the most handsome. You just trigger. Now, to get to be that trigger, there's got to be something that makes you get up on that stage or get up in front of that camera, because you don't want your secrets out. And that goes for politicians too. They have to throw their support. That's why they don't even read bills. The Patriot Act. So many people brag. I think Nancy Pelosi, I didn't even read the thing. Ha ha. As she lets everybody know, she has 2 refrigerators, one for her ice cream. And we all know that if you like ice cream at a certain age, that is a sign of, your brain is slowing down. I'll put it gracefully that way. You gotta watch your ice cream, your sweet intake. Anyway, off the subject. I'm trying to say that Revelations, in the Catholic Bible, Christian Bible, revelations. Well, we are having a revelations. And what if BRICS, Russia, China, they all have those secrets. They have the key. Now, what if Diddy sold his stuff to those people or they're sitting on it and then they decide to release it? Could it be contained? Could the fallout be contained? What if you found that every single star, idol, politician, just about every single one, there's always the exception, had some horrendous act, horrendous, ridiculously disgusting act that they have on tape that you could see. There's a tape going around you may or may not have noticed of Justin Bieber. He walks into a club. It's maybe it's 11 o'clock, that type of look, and there's people with dark clothes, and they're standing around the bar. He comes in. He may or may not have been accompanied by his bodyguard. I have no idea. Anyway, he goes to the bar where the stools are, and then he gets down on his knees. Check it out. He gets down on his knees. He stays on his knees for a couple minutes, and there's still all men crowding around. And I'm not going to mention any particular name, but you could see it's it. And then he gets up, and as he gets up off his knees, he wipes his mouth. Okay. And then he goes right out again, as though he just came down to go tie his shoes and get up again. I mean, and he was not 14 when he did this. So I'm just saying that what if a lot of things, and we do know, anybody who's done any entertainment things, they know that there is certain types of parties and people are paid to do certain actions. And sometimes we see things like in the Oscars, somebody will be forced to dress up, some male, a very, very macho man, very masculine man dress up as a woman. That's a humiliation. Or somebody comes and on a very public scene and they get embarrassed publicly. There's all types of scenes. Those are probably the cute things. But there's some other things, initiation things. It's true. It's all true. Have I been there? No. No. Have I been propositioned? But I'm chicken. I'm chicken. And I don't like to be in the front venue. And I don't know. So I'm just saying, I mean, people can be so cruel. And people could be so inventive in a nasty way. Just to get what they want, they will do anything, some people. And I can understand that desperado in a way. I can understand it because it sucks at the bottom. It sucks. But it also sucks at the top too. It sucks because there's staying alive and then there's boredom. Boredom. Because once you had the zip in your life, good zip, it's like a thirst that doesn't go away, right? Or even you hear somebody else's zest for life. They infect you with their thirst. So that's the things that we have to see. What is our reason? And how can we get through this political scene right now? How can we not give them what they want? How can we be cool? How can we be understanding? How can we take our liberties back? How can we know we can. We feel it in our guts. The main thing right now is living our lives peacefully. How can we get peace? Get the fear out. The people that say eat bugs, eat worms, be scared. Oh, please. Go take a dump. Play some solitaire, stay by yourself, cleanse yourself. Of course, that's impossible. Because some people are just inhabited by demons, inhabited by lesser spirits. But it's up to the rest of us who are not inhabited or that want to shaking off our control or negativity. Let's find out who, first of all, we want to have smooth transition of power, right? We want to have an honest election, right? Honest. So who do you think is going to get there? Who do you think? Do you think it's going to be Harris or is it going to be Trump? We're talking about the popular vote now, just phase one, part one. Who is going to be who is going to be? So let's see. If Trump gets elected, let's just go first with Trump. If Trump gets elected, how will the anti-Trumpers react? Will they go crazy? Okay, let's just see. Now, this is hypothetical, but I do think that this is just to see. This is just to see if there's going to be a civil war. If one side, a civil war or chaos. I mean, okay. Now, Trump gets elected. Now, will there be discourse? Negative discourse. All right. We're going to pick these cards. Let's see, which one of these? I'm going to take this one. All right. I'm going to shuffle some more. Will the people let's see. First, we're going to do Trump, and let's see if Trump wins. If Trump wins, will the people go nuts? Will they go nuts and burn things like they did before? Burn, loot. There's only burning and looting. Is there anything left? Is there any store yet to rob in the United States that hasn't been hit already? Okay, now we have 3 cards here. Now let's see. Now, in fact, wait a minute. This one, am I getting messages? One more card. Okay. I think. Let me see. If Trump gets elected, okay, this one. If Trump gets elected, how will the chaos? How will the chaos be? All right. Oh, we have definitely some action. We have the sun, right? If Trump gets elected, we will have a burst of energy. I'm going to have to check this out. And we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Something new. And they're going to call for unity and temperance. We have a lot of people, the Page of Wands. Well, I think it seems like we could have such an overwhelming turnout for Trump that the people are just like stupefied first. And we have the beginnings of a call to action with the Page of Swords. reaction, the page of reaction. In other words, they don't really feel that they can let just an overwhelming victory happen to Trump. And we have the page of wands. 2 pages. And since they're wind and fire, it's going to start the flame. They're going to start. So let's check out this sun. Let's see what kind of sun it is. All right, we can do that. Let's see. We have let's see what kind of sun. What kind of sun? This one. And this one. What kind of sun is this? Is this going to be like happy news or what? Here we have the sun. Okay, we have the sun. And we have, oh, look at that. People are going to be, say, oh, sweet Jesus. Kiss, 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 kiss. Ah, well, you're going to have a lot of happy people when Trump wins. A lot of happy people. The sun is overjoyed. They're going to feel that they've died and gone to heaven. Right? They're going to think Ganesh has blessed them. All right. Well, I think he's going to be, they're already, team T, Team Trump, Team Trump, Team Trump. All right, let's see now with this swords. Trump is going to win big, and the victory is going to scare a lot of people. Does it scare off the retribution? All right, here's one. Let me see. These two, this card. Okay. Now, what is this message about, this communication? The Wheel of Fortune. Big time. Big time. And look at this, the Ace of Swords. This sounds like you could have the Page of Swords communicate, and it could get big time. It could get big time. The Wheel of Fortune. Well, they could have like the Army and Navy ready. Ace of Swords. It just looks like a Trump victory, doesn't it? Look at this. If this also could be, the question was, could this be a civil war if chaos, if, well, obviously there's going to be a lot of disappointed people, obviously. However, the people are going to be infected with happiness. And also, it's time we got this country together. Yeah, they're going to bring out the big guns. They're going to bring out the big guns. Look at this. There's a little, let's start out teeny because, the trickle-in vote. But right away, there's going to be a surge of law-abiding greeters. I'll put it that way. Law-abiding, law greeters. You understand? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Big time. Look how big this is. It starts out small. I think, or we think on a local level. But then they've been all given directives already. It's all, the communication is already circulated. So it's going to appear to the masses, us, the people, that this is just a a safety measure for your own good, for your protection, right? And that's where we get this temperance. This temperance, which is faux, faux, you know, it's it's a fake, a fit. What's that word? Fake. I'm not saying it right. It's a ruse. It's like a little band-aid over a huge surgical scar. You can't be calling somebody like nasty names and then all of a sudden say, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. They meant it. And so this, you will see initially a heavy duty military presence. And they will fetch, oh, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Nothing. And then we have here the Page of Wands. What is this? Passion. So let's look at this passion. I can see that people are going to be happy that Joe, old Joe, and his licking babies, feeties self, like he put, I think for Halloween, he put a little baby's feet and hands or whatever, legs in his mouth, while his wife, Jill, dressed up in a panda outfit. And for those of you who don't know, panda outfit, panda eyes. It's a sad thing, but I'll tell you so you know. It's good to have knowledge. Panda eyes are a calling card, you can say, for panda eyes are a calling card for abused pedos. When a child, supposedly, when a child has been sexually molested, raped, their eyes become darkened, the skin around the eyes. And that's something that group of people do. So, you don't go around, especially a leader of a country, the first lady, dressed in a panda costume. So, you know what I'm saying. Okay. Nor do you go around taking children's feet and body parts and putting them in your mouth. You don't do that. However, there's a lot of things that are not sanctioned that are done. So just to let you know that people don't dress in panda costumes for that reason. You got it? I'm sure you get it. Now, let's see what this Page of Wands. This Page of Wands, what is this? How big is it? This could be the other. This is, let's see what it is first. Okay, this one. Alright. And where is the other one? And this one. Okay, this. Page of Wands. Now, first for the page. Oh, okay. Page of Wands. First of all, we have the Four Swords. What else do we have? That's kind of strange. We have the Page of Wands, and then we have the slow. One person will give a signal, and the sleeping, resting, and opposite anti-Trumpsters will be given the signal. This is the signal. They will be given a signal to move in unison. However, it's not going to be like boom. It's not going to be buildings crash, earthquakes. No, it won't start that way. Because remember, the real vote, shoe-in for president, happens January 6th. Tomorrow is just a day of excitement. and excitement and letting off steam. So this is a very strange. Look at this Page of Wands, and we have somebody's. They're waiting for the signal. Somebody gives the signal. The sleeper cells get ready. So even though this idea of like blowback, I would take this as blowback, may seem small, beginning. It's something that's been planned. So again, we have two pages here. We have two pages. The Page of Swords, which is the communique, yes. No, I would say the Wheel of Fortune involves like the NATO countries. The current, you got two sides. Two sides. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. Well, but you got an overwhelming sense of excitement. Holy, it's going to be quite a show. It's going to be quite a show when Trump wins the popular vote. Quite an excitement. However, something is being done. Tomorrow will be very exciting. There'll be a lot of energy tomorrow, a few hours from now. It's building, building, building. So what do you think? So let's see. We can see what the fair is if for civil war, if Trump goes and wins. Now let's see if Ms. Harris, who is getting a lot of unfavorable reviews. I mean, people are saying all sorts of things about Miss Harris. They're saying her scientist mommy was involved in MK Ultra. And then it's being shot down. That's a rumor. And then we have to think very few. It's too early in the game for anybody to take credit or to acknowledge beyond 1, 2, 3 MK Ultra. It's too early. It's too early. Now I'm going to shuffle these cards up and see if Kamala, will it be civil disruption if she wins the popular vote? All right. What kind of civil disorder if Kamala manages to get the computerized tally in her favor? One thing we do know from the side, we do know that people really they really, really, really are like inspired by Donald Trump. They think he is the second coming. Kamala, they're like, I don't think they're like so much loving her as what she could mean for them. First woman, POC, first work visa immigrants, child prodigy, first Canadian educated. I don't know. There's a lot of, they both have laundry. Now, if Kamala wins, Kamala, are you going to win? Let's see now, Kamala. If you win, will there be civil discourse? Let's see, Kamala. Will there be Let's see now if you win. If you win, Kamala, let's see now. Let's see if you win. We have this one. If you win, Kamala, I'm going to take a break before I get into this. So let me just take a break. I'll be right back. Hi, back again. Well, okay. Let's see now. What will happen if Kamala wins? Are we going to get an action? Are we going to get what kind of reaction are we going to get? Are we going to descend into hocus pocus? Are we going to get crazy? Are we going to show them that anybody can get crazy? Anybody, anytime, place, or manner can get nuts. And that's something that maybe we should even think about. Okay, let's see now. If Kamala Harris gets the popular vote somehow in her favor, and the passionate Trumpsters, will they react in a negative manner? Okay, I took these three cards. Let me see. Kamala, if you win, are you going to spread good things, good tidings? Are people going to be happy that you did it? And who are these people? Okay. And we have these 4 cards here. Now, this is like if Kamala wins. All right? Ooh. It's going to fit right in. Smooth glove, smooth transition. The marriage card, stability. And we have the Fool. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, it seems as though that if Kamala wins, that it will be Snuggles working together. There'll be not much reaction. Not much reaction. Because they will play it as the Fool. They will play it as a course the people chose. This is the wishes of the people. And it's better for the entire world. Hence, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. So, this is something that we really have to consider. We have to consider this. We have to consider the fact that she can do this. We're going to have to investigate this a little bit. We're going to have to investigate. Let's think about this. Is quite different from the rouser of Trump victory. This is more sedate. This is more like they play it by ear, which means when somebody plays something by ear, they have plan A, plan B, plan C. And it's not just show, it's not just theater. They have action behind each move, right? Between each move. Let's think about this for a little bit. So if she wins, if she wins, if Kamala Harris wins, first of all, let's see what kind of union this is. What kind of union is stability? What kind of union it is? What does he give us? What does she give us? What is what kind of union is this? We have the Hermit and we have wealth. The King of Pentacles is only for the rich that are controlling everything. We had this before with her. had this before. Hmm. I'm getting mixed messages on this, so let's just wait a moment. We're going to come back to this one. So until we're going to take a longer pause. I'll be back. Somehow I keep getting with Kamala that it's a corporate thing. Corporations are going to be very happy. The people are not. So it's something that's like, I have to study this some more, but it seems to me if Kamala Harris gets all the votes, there's going to be unrest, but they're not going to be spinning it. They'll spin it differently. The media, of course, we know the media is all for like Kamala. And that makes a big difference in terms of how it's reported. So I think that we're going to have like two different types, obviously, two different types of reactions to either side winning. One is more people orientated, the other one is more controlled, and more or less some step and fetch it stories in it. So we're going to leave it that way for right now. And if you have any questions, please feel free to come and comment. But there's two types of angst. Two types of angst. And then we'll have to see. We'll have to see. The question is, Brooks, the question is, whomever wins the popular vote, will the other side flip? That's basically the question. If Trump wins, what will happen in the streets? And we already know that they're preparing something. If Kamala wins, then they're preparing something as well. So we're just going to have to give this a bit more energy. I mean, I see that Trump, I could feel that voluminous mass crowd populace quaking. Kamala is different. She has the corporations. She has the media. She has the board, the chairman of the board behind her. So it takes a little bit more reflection to see, but I see that it can't be as it seems. There's some plotting going on. There's something going on. I'm going to have to come back to this question. So, and I will. Let me think about it a bit. Let me feel it. Let's feel if a Kamala Harris win tomorrow. The data shows that she's won the popular vote. Let me think about that. Okay, I'll be back. Thank you.